I'd just like to say that my Google Assembly was a lot of fun and you should definitely get involved before we start. Hello and welcome to the Pavilions, and we are Team Pin the Coder. Firstly, congratulations to everyone who took part in YRS this week. It's been amazing. I'm Izzy, and I'm joined up here with Freddie, who's going to demo Pin the Coder for us later. We also had Alex, Theo, and Adam in our group. We're so lucky to be here meeting fellow coders. Apart from events like this, are there many places where we can meet other coders with skills that we need, or just another friend who also likes to code? Pin the Coder is the new way to connect coders. Through 4 days, we have essentially made a social networking site and a marketplace for coders. You can sign up to register a project that you need help on, or a skill that you already have, and the website will show you a Google map of all the coders in the area, from which you can read short bios and choose who you would like to pair up with. We then let you contact that person through our online regulated chat room. This is also a very useful service for companies wanting coders with a specific skill. We started with the idea of an open source data web page using maps, upon which we elaborated upon to come up with Pin the Coder. We took the communication part and looked at who would be best to base our web page on. And we realized that coders were the best people. We're web surfers, we're web hackers. Why can't we be web communicators too? Pin the Coder is the first of its kind and will revolutionize the way we code, bringing us together by ourselves through the languages we love so much. We used 4 different coding languages and JCal. We used HTML and CSS for the website. We used JavaScript to add the Google Map API. We used PHP to get data from our database. And we used JCal for the back-end social networking side of it. You can make any project in the world on our webpage because you're not limited by what you know, only who you know. Pin the Coder is a free way to source skills and friends, to get inspiration and to learn new coding languages, to share what got you interested in code and to get inspiration from others. You can contact us on Twitter and, of course, on Pin the Coder. Remember, coders, stay connected.
So, YRS Festival of Code is a great place to join up with other coders and programmers to work on projects with one another. But when the festival ends, what do we do the rest of our time? And what do we do if we need help with our projects? With Pin the Coder, you can come over these issues. So, going onto the website, you're joined by this page initially. Then you just log in. Oh. 1 second. Do you have that email?
This doesn't normally happen.
Oh, that's...
You call yourselves Team 404.
No, not the slideshow.
Does anyone have any questions about the presentation?
Oh, the website.
Okay, fine. That's not good. Have you got another link for this?
No, that one doesn't work. If you just go onto the email from Kate.
Email? All right.
I've got a question while we wait.
Oh, wait, okay. Can I get onto...
Who's going to be the online moderator? Or who do you envisage will help you with that?
Well, we have a... Do you mean like who's going to regulate the chat room? Well, we have a chat room regulator, so it's like a red flag word list, and it's so well regulated that when I wrote in hello, all that came up with everything was starred except O, so I think it's pretty well regulated.
It's fine.
Give you another link.
It's fine, I have screenshots. I can just go off them.
Okay, where are they?
So the social networking framework,
fine.
I've got a question.
Wait, do you want to go for a slide?
Sorry.
I have a question.
Yeah,
The social networking framework you used, how easy was that to integrate?
Okay.
Well, it's very... Ready?
Thank you.
Ask us how well it integrates. Well, it's all about finding projects, and then once you've found a project, it's very easy to communicate with the people that you're with.
Sure, that's from a user point of view, but I'm just interested from a code perspective. You know, how easy was it to work with the social networking framework?
So on the project page, you have these pins which have the name of... So as you see, there's when you put in the username, you put in the username for your social side of the website, which is then going to be sort of once you've logged in, it automatically adds it. Then on the pins, once you click them, there's a link to your page at the bottom. In future development, we'd like it that it would take to separate project pages. So the main idea of the website is that you go into these separate pins. So once you've entered your details on the left, it's then added to a MySQL database using PHP to then generate these pins, which runs off the same database using Google Maps API and then using custom pins. Once you click on the pin, you're given this description of a short description of the project they want to work on, who they are, and where they are. So the location is based off a longitudinal and latitudinal coordinate. So you can base off your own security if you want it to be near where you are, or if you'd prefer to put your location at a local library or something like that, because then you can work together in a community. So the social side works off JCal, and then you have pretty much your normal news feed, friends, way to communicate with one another. So as you can see here, you can message different people and ask about their projects, so you can work together. And just get something up. For future development, we'd also like to be able to have a mobile app, and you can just click for the location, not have to input the whole coordinates by yourself, and search for location, so you can easily find projects in your area. But yeah, that's about it for our website.
And the search box at the top, you can just search in different things. So if you wanted a project with JavaScript in, you could write JavaScript projects and it would come up with all the projects using JavaScript.
Yeah.
I have a question.
Yes.
So you have said that you're using addresses to pull that long information. Mm-hmm. So how are you doing the security aspect of it? Because obviously you're going to have a lot of children who are going to be using your product. So you don't want their addresses being displayed.
No. So the address which they put in is completely up to them. So probably if there was a child using the website, there'd be some sort of parent checking everything that the security is all fine. I think eventually we'll be able to just put in your general location and not have going to their actual place. And then for children's security, they'll probably, I think, adding a sort of age range for certain people that you can work with would be a lot better than just saying this is where lots of children live, which would obviously be a terrible security error. Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. Can I take one more question? Okay. The way you've set up the site, what do you think it's optimized for? Is it a place for generating ideas? Is it a place for networking? Or is it a place for actually recruiting coders?
So the original idea was that if you want to work on a project but you're lacking skills, so say you want to work on a web page which is going to be interactive and you need jQuery, but you only have sort of basic CSS and HTML knowledge, you can then search for people. Some people can help you out with those things like that.
Yeah, it's almost a skills marketplace for coders.
And then this can also be used for companies who want to recruit people, so something like Festival of Code.
Okay, thank you very much.